Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. Thank you guys for all being here. Make sure you guys are commenting in the comment section because although we will not be able to see who is coming in tonight, we will be able. We can't see everybody, the names that are coming in, so please leave us a comment and let us know you're here. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my special guest for this week's episode, Mr. Tom Curtis Jr. What's up, Tom? How you
What's
doing?
going on? What's up,
How you
brother?
doing, buddy?
I'm
How you
good, man.
doing?
Just hanging
Good to
out.
see you.
Hanging out.
Thank you for joining me tonight. So,
Thank you for having me.
yeah, so just like I was saying before, we do not know who individually is coming in. All we see is a little number on the top screen here of who's all in the stream right now. So if you are watching, uh, please do give us a comment. Let us know you're watching. Just say hi. And throughout the night, we're going to be answering some questions for Tom. And if you have any questions for myself as well. And Tom, why don't you just give us a little formal introduction for yourself?
How's everybody doing? My name is Tom Curtis Jr. I'm in a original group called Curtis Jr. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Reverb Nation. We're on Spotify and iTunes with a little bit of our material. Sometimes you might see us out at a bar doing covers from the 50s up till now, all different genres. Um, And yeah, we're just chasing the dream one day at a time. And we hope you enjoy what we have to offer. And we hope you can follow us and join in on the party. So,
Awesome. Yeah, so I know we I mean, I was doing a lot of the band circuit back when we were younger. But when did
yeah, man.
have you like when did you actually start getting into the music scene in general?
Let's see. Probably, I would say 2005 is when I started going to open mics. The first time I went to an open mic, it was Coffee Club in Media on a Friday night. Took the trolley out there, and our good friend Mr. Frank Biscotti was running it.
Yes.
That is when I met Frank. Uh,
Okay.
so I religiously went to that, and then I was going to Milk Boy Coffee Open Mic in Ardmore on Tuesday nights, um, and then so that open mic was wild actually because it would sell out. The list would fill up every week,
Uh-huh.
and everybody would get one song,
Right.
and there was at least 30 some performers every week, and some people. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I think we got a little audio issue. You're not sure if he's saying sorry. We have a little bit of an audio issue. Your mic is not. I can't hear you. Oh, here you go. Okay. He's.
Hey,
I couldn't hear you for the
is it
first
good?
like. I couldn't hear that last little bit you were saying. For some odd reason, it cut out. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was on your end or my end. But I'm not sure if you want to repeat what you just said. But
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I was at open mics every night of the week, and until I started finding band members, and then eventually we started running our own open mics. So
right. Yeah, yeah. It was. You tend to see a lot more. We had so many people back then, in the scene, and it seemed to
mhm.
definitely blossom over the years. But like I was saying, with a lot of people I've seen, like especially in the high school level, you don't see many
Oh
people,
yeah,
in bands anymore, which is really weird.
yeah, man. You know what? I feel like as much as I wish it was, I feel like a big part of it was over the last decade, technology and everything kind of made it into a
Yeah,
way where anybody could do it,
right.
and you could set up a whole band behind you on your phone and not have to really have a band in order to get material out. Yeah, they
Exactly.
might not be able to play it live, but they got it out through social media and everything, and
Right. It was definitely different times back then.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's crazy how much has changed since we were starting out. It's
Hmm.
but hopefully for the positive. You know.
Now, did you start as a solo artist, or I guess you started as a solo artist, then you started Curtis Jr. Or
So
did which one came first?
actually, I started with a band.
Okay.
Um, Probably around 2005, 2004 into 2000, because I started writing in 2004. Um, it was, I guess that was freshman year of high school into sophomore year.
Okay.
And I was actually in a church group at St. Francis of Assisi called Life Team. And I was part of the band up there, just playing guitar. And I hadn't even really started singing yet. And I was just still trying to figure it all out. And
Uh huh.
ran into two of my great buddies, Pat Richards and Andrew Pulowski, and we decided to form a little band. We had a little three-piece.
Hmm.
Um, we rehearsed every Sunday, and then I decided to take the reins to sing, even though I hadn't done it before.
Right.
So I give them mad props for putting up with my terrible voice for a while, because it was scary. But no, we had such a blast, and that's when I really started feeling like the passion for all of it and the drive, and I wanted to go all the way with it, even though I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, we were called Dropping Cents,
Hmm.
and we spelled that a little funny. It was SCENTS. Um, the reason we called it that was because Andrew Pulaski, our guitar player, he would randomly like lose his picks or not have a pick, so he'd play with it. Most of the time, you saw him playing with a quarter,
Right.
and and he would drop it all the time. He kept up. He was amazing. Both of them were amazing, and but he would drop it all the time. So we were trying to figure out a band name, and for some reason we were like, "Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
it's pretty clever." Kind of like a little inside joke with us.
Right.
But so yeah, so it started out with that, and then they all went off to college eventually. In probably 2007, that's when I started going solo.
2007. Okay.
Yeah, and then Curtis Jr. came about in 2012, 2013. So I was solo for a while, and then I um, actually had a conversation with Columbia Records.
Hmm.
At the time, I was going as Tom Curtis Jr., and they were like, "All right, well, look, if you take Tom off, just go by Curtis Jr. Get a band together,
Uh-huh.
record all your stuff again, real tight." They were like, delete all your social media platforms as Tom Curtis Jr., start fresh as Curtis Jr.
Right.
And then they were like, sell over 10,000 copies of a record and get at least 75,000 followers,
Hmm.
and we'll consider you.
Right.
So, I mean, I was still naive and arrogant and
Piece
a
of cake,
little,
right? Yeah.
yeah, well, I was a little asshole at the time. I was like, but I was like, still, like, I was like, I'm going to do this.
Right.
I could do it. And I just burned myself out. Um, and I actually took a break from music.
Hmm.
2011 going into 2012. I did nothing with it. I didn't play guitar, I didn't sing, didn't play any shows, didn't know open mics, nothing. And then I ended up running into this other group randomly that wasn't completely built up yet, and it was a pop rock hip hop group.
Okay.
And so we did that. I was actually like singing like the hooks and rapping, and super interesting, but it's super strange at the time because I'd never done anything like that. But and then that's where I met the original members of Curtis Jr.
Okay.
And then we went off because there was a bunch of drama with the other band, just crazy, unnecessary drama. So we all got out of it, and that's when Curtis Jr. began. So
Very nice, and the rest is history.
yeah, hopefully.
Well, for everybody tuning in, thank you for tuning in. You're watching Table Talk with me as your host, Anthony Irvin. We have Tom Curtis Jr. of Curtis Jr. in the house tonight. Uh, Tom will be playing his first song for you guys in a minute here. I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple people in the chat here. We got some Twitch people in here. We got Jack, Ron, and Lewis that are watching here. Thank you all for tuning in. We got my mom watching. So, hey, mom, how you doing? If you guys are watching, feel free to leave us a comment because we see that we have about 13 people total over the social medias of Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch. So feel free to leave us a comment, say hey, and we will be answering some questions for Tom. So if you have any questions for Tom throughout the night, feel free to leave them in the comments section, and we will be getting to those. Jack, I am playing a little bit tonight, but I'm sharing the night with Tom. So we will be getting to some music here. So without further ado, I guess, and make sure you guys, if you guys are sharing this out, make sure you guys are using that hashtag Table Talk to your friends and family. Get get them listening here and get some new people in the room here. So Tom, why don't we start off the night? Let's have you start out with original cover, whatever you want to start out with.
Perfect. Sounds good, man. Can you still see me? My phone's acting up a little bit, but it's still
I can see you on my end, so you're good.
perfect.
Video and audio is good here.
Perfect. All right, let's do let's see. Do a song that I wrote within the last year. It's a really fun one with the band. I got real strange with a lot of my writings last year. Just I kind of like let go of trying to control any of them or how they would go, and I let the songs do the talking instead of me. So this one, this is a strange one about. I've noticed a tendency where I like to write about dreams and reality in the same song. So this one is like the starting one where I went that direction. This one's called Alligators.
Very nice.
All right. Hit high in the dreams today. I woke up and it was taken away. No way, my God, what do I do? Shut to the bed, it's 1:45. In a pool without alligators, with dinosaurs and a few tornadoes. What does this mean right now? What's everybody always talking about? Okay, alright, see you in a while. We'll do the dance that the crocodiles did before. It started to rain and pour in the jungle way down east, where they had their feast. The one where no one lived to tell the tale. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Oh well. Why do I always dream? The streams of my energy. Escape with no refund. A reality with no rerun. So I'll go. Yes, I'll go home. I told myself it was only a scene. Hollywood could be just what I need, but it's not okay. I got ahead of myself. The Bama junkies don't need any help. They like to dine on each other's faces. Cocaine and fancy vases. I don't see what's wrong with that. Let's have one more track. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to catch my drift. This is the very last part of the script right here, right now. Why be so loud? There's nothing to talk about. I swear I couldn't walk when my alarm is going off. My alarm is going off. Wake up! Wide railways, dream. The streams of my energy. Escape from all the reality with no regrets. So I'll go, yes, I'll go home. Something like that.
Very nice.
Thanks, brother.
So we had a question come up in the comments section.
Yes.
Ron over on Twitch wants to know where you are from, Tom.
I am from Springfield, Pennsylvania. Quote unquote Delco for anybody out of state.
This is I guess we can consider this the Delco edition of Table Talk tonight. So
yeah, Philly, you know.
Awesome. So yeah, guys. So yeah, we got a lot of people watching. Thank you for all being here. You guys are watching Table Talk. For those who are watching for the first time here, make sure you guys are sharing this out and using that hashtag Table Talk. I think I'm going to get a song in here for you guys, and then we'll switch it back to Tom.
Awesome.
And again, if you guys have any questions for Tom or myself, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know. We want to be interacting with you guys as much as we can tonight. So I am going to play a older, but I guess one of my newer ones that I had on my studio EP. So I usually always like to start off with this one, and this is more of a personal song for me. Those who know me or may not know me, you know, when I don't necessarily have a guitar in my hand, I'm usually not the most talkative person. So this is usually, you know, music has always been something, and I'm sure, you know, many musicians like this can vouch for this, that, you know, music is a way to put out our voice that we may not have when we're not on stage, or, you know, something that we can't express without, you know, music. So this is my song called Shell. break me out from the shell. 'Cause I don't think I can do this on my own. I can't control my disquieting thoughts. But how does this come from a man with a cheerful heart? I aim to please the world before myself. 'Cause I'm scared to death of the outcome. Fear of what they'll think of me. Slow down and enjoy life. There's no cause for alarm. It's like being at war. A constant battle of frustration on the inside. But is there a method to this madness? And the thoughts that consume my mind. Ooh, I will find my way. Ooh, the inner me will soon break away. Ooh, I will find my way. Ooh, I aim to please the world before myself. 'Cause I'm scared to death of the outcome. The fear of what they'll think of me. Slow down and enjoy life. There's no cause for alarm. So break me out from the shell. 'Cause I don't think I can do this on my own. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's one of my favorites of yours, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really
Seriously.
appreciate that.
I remember you playing that live.
Yeah, I
It was
think
probably
back
Picasso.
Picasso's, yeah. That was
Yeah, man.
I did my little Rock the Mic tour.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I felt like a rock star booking my own little small open mic
Dude,
tour.
no, that was awesome, man. That was great.
So
Seriously.
it was cool though. You know, I just booked a whole bunch of open mics, and you know, I figured because nobody ever really defines like, or I guess I mean to me like what a tour is. I mean, just because you have a show, I mean, it's if you have a
It's,
string of shows, you know, hey, and I'll just call it a tour. You know,
it's a list of performances.
there you go. I mean, it can be anything, or it
Yeah.
can be everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a question here. Let me try to go back. Yeah, I think this was Roger. Even though we have Facebook users, it's Roger on the on the Spoken Life from the Spoken Life fan page. He asks Tom to play his original Tacoma. Am I
Okay.
saying that right?
Yep. Yep.
So maybe we can get that for Tom to play next for Raj.
Okay.
See if we have anything else. Lewis wants to know, Tom, you're going to cut your hair.
That's a big question, Lewis. I'm not sure yet. I've said probably every day I'm just gonna shave my head. But I don't know, I've grown it before, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. Today's it's staying on, but
Yeah, I used to I could never really grow mine out because it just doesn't come in like it doesn't go down. It just keeps on going up and out. So I actually just have the fro going. I
hey,
grew it
man.
out when in high school. That was
Yeah.
probably like the highlight of my long hair days.
Okay.
Now,
Hey, man.
now I'm privileged to even have a little bit of hair these days.
Rock it again. See what happens.
We'll see. Maybe
start a new style, man.
Hey, with everything coming in 2020, we'll make a comeback with it maybe.
Nobody can predict anything anymore. So
Exactly.
just rock it out.
All right, let's see if we have any thing else. I think we're good with the comments right now. Tom, if you want to play another one, feel free.
Yeah, I can do it. We can do Tacoma. I was gonna do a chilled song right now anyway. So
there you go. So this one's for Roger.
This goes up for Roger. And anybody else tuning in, I appreciate you. I appreciate you all joining Anthony and myself here. This is fun. And so this next track, it's called Tacoma. We just released Curtis Jr., our band. We just released a record back in October, which you can find on Spotify and iTunes and all that. And we have hard copies as well if you would like a hard copy of the album, or the record, should I say? It's an EP. The record is called Tacoma, but this song is not on it. So it might appear in the future in a real recorded form. There's some depths behind it, multiple little stories and twists to it, whatever. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy it, and here we go.
Hell yeah.
Still hurts thinking of the things we used to say, and how it all so quickly slipped away. Oh no. All the trips we always shared, the roads up side. Just to think we almost got this right. Alright. Yet the catch, we melted into love once again. You still want me to be your friend. I can't. I wish we could just rewind all the parts and put them back together with our hearts somehow. With a Tacoma kind of love. Tacoma kind of love. remember the first night we spent on the couch. Tonight I wouldn't trade for nothing else. I promise we had to call the kind of love, our kind of love, our kind of love. We had to call the kind of love, our kind of love, our kind of love. We had to call the kind of love, our kind of love, our kind of love. We had to call the kind of love. I found myself a new love.
I like that one.
Thanks, brother.
It's a cool, vibe out type of song. I like that. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Thanks. Yeah, that's another one in the new batch from. I wrote a lot of songs last year, or last summer.
Uh-huh.
So that was one of the ones in the new weird batch where I just let it go. So
Yeah, it's
thanks,
one of those
man.
songs.
Yeah, I was letting go of some life that was holding on to me for too long. I did a lot of that. I was just kind of like shedding off unnecessary weight that I was grudges that I was holding on to for way too long. Just different life scenarios and situations. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I mean, I was always a fan of your voice. You have a very unique voice that you don't really hear too much, especially around in our area. So it's like always when I get to catch you when I have a little bit of time, I always like to listen to you.
dude, thanks so much, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm always my worst critic with my voice. I always have people like, oh yeah, your voice was spot on tonight. Then knowing me, I'm like, well, I thought I sucked tonight, but
Dude, yeah, dude,
so
it
I'm always
happens.
my worst critic with my voice. But
I'm the same way. I've always been hard on myself, and
yeah,
even when it comes to writing and everything, it's just because I'll never forget the first time I actually back with dropping sense back in the day. I remember the first time I heard my voice on a recording. I was like, "What the hell is that? And why is anybody listening to it?" Like it scared the hell
yeah.
out of me. It was super weird, super. So like you got to grow with it, but you never know if somebody's blowing smoke up your ass too with a performance. But it's
Yeah,
you just
some
gotta,
some of the times like you think that you're doing the worst, you always think you're doing the best, and then some of the times you
yeah,
think you're doing your best, you're like, you were a little off that night.
yeah.
It's funny how that
Yeah.
works.
It is. It is. It's all the mind. It's all the mental game of it.
Exactly.
But
But yeah, I think I'm going to get one in here. We have about I'm gonna try to get you here till about 8:30. We got about 20 minutes to go because I know Tom's got another open mic to go to after this. Well, virtual open mic. Uh, so been getting some requests here for my song tonight. So I'm gonna do that for my Twitch followers here.
nice, man.
So this is my latest single, and you guys can pick this up on my website, spokenlifemusic.com. You can check it up and stream it on Spotify, pick it up on iTunes for 99 cents. Because I think everybody has at least 99 cents if they have that $1,200 still in their pocket. All right, so here we go. Do a little live loop in action for you guys. I've been waiting here for you tonight. It's perfect time for you and I. Is this a dream or is it reality? I always wanna be in the here and now. I can't deny, I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. Thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. I always knew that we were meant to be. I'll never have to live life alone. You are the one for me, I can see. This is all I need, just you and me. Can't deny that I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. And I don't wanna sleep at night. I never wanna sleep at night alone. And I just wanna be with you tonight. And I don't wanna be alone tonight. I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town and take a ride. you go. A little tonight. Let me unmute Tom there. There you go.
Nice. That was great, dude.
Thank you.
That was a great flow, great vibe.
Thank you.
You,
Yeah, I
you
like
had
to
me,
say
you had me
that's
moved.
that's what I was
There you
hoping
go. You had me
when I
move a little
made
bit.
that. You know, when I was writing that, I had that main riff in my phone for almost like 3-4 years, and I was just messing around one night with a riff, and I just kind of recorded it, left it, and last summer I was just thinking I hadn't put out a single in about 4 or 5 years, so figured I think it's
Yeah.
time. And so I was trying to get some inspiration, something to start out with, and I listened to that riff. I'm like, all right, I think I could work with that because I recorded something with that riff and a couple different parts. I'm like, all right, and then I just structured it, and then just added everything, and with the whole live looping thing that I do now, I think this song was like the first time I can actually introduce my guitar work instead of just being like a regular vocalist and guitar player, just strumming some chords and singing. So
Yeah. It's really nice, man. Really, really
thank you,
nice.
thank you. Yeah, so that was for
Absolutely.
the Twitch friends on here. They were eyeballing me to play that. They love that song
Hello,
out there.
Twitch friends.
I don't think Tom is on Twitch, but you guys can definitely follow him on Facebook and Instagram at the handles of Curtis Jr. Official, and on Instagram we have curtisjr.music. So make sure you give Curtis a follow if you
That
love
is
what you
us.
hear. And also we have the marquee at the bottom that if you guys do love what you hear tonight, feel free to leave a generous tip. It's never expected but always appreciated. And me and Tom will be respectfully be splitting those tonight for you guys. And we appreciate
We love
everybody
you guys.
being out here and tuning in. We hope you guys are having fun. This is the episode 2, the second episode of Table Talk. So at least you got a drink here too. So
Hey, a little sipper. I got a Red Bull and a Bud Light.
there you go. There you go.
So,
Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
Weird contraption. Cheers. Sláinte.
Something to wet the whistle.
Yeah, just.
But trying to think. When did I know you play piano as well? So did piano come first, or did the guitar come first for you?
Guitar came first. Started. So my dad taught himself way back when, and he showed me where to put my fingers for like maybe 3 chords. I think it was like a C, G, and a D.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
it's like it might have been like a G, A, and a D, something like that. And then I kind of taught myself the rest stuff of ultimate guitar tabs and all that stuff, and just trying to listen to try to help train my ear too.
Right.
But so that was summer 2003 when I started messing with the guitar, and then 2006 I picked up the piano, taught myself that. It was kind of funny because I had no idea where or what anything was, so I would sit there with my guitar in my lap, and by that point I knew the chords, so I'd play a G chord.
Right.
And I would hit every note until it matched, and I was like, oh, there's a G note.
Uh-huh.
And then same, just so on, and it was funny because after like I kind of got a grip on it, I didn't totally know everything, but I kind of knew how to play some stuff and kind of understood where things were.
Uh-huh.
It helped my guitar playing,
Right.
because it helped me helped me understand transposing better.
Uh-huh.
And being able to move around the neck a little more, because I didn't fully, even though I knew the main chords down low and a couple power chords, I didn't know where everything was and what it meant. I tried to act like I did, but I didn't.
Right.
And piano came after that, and I play some bass and drums too. Bass came from during Dropping Sense.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up getting a bass player finally, and this kid Bob Wassel, awesome guy, great guy, and he's probably at the time he's probably the best upright bass player in Episcopal Academy. The thing was he could only read music, couldn't play by ear, and he had never played an electric bass before. So
Interesting.
he was only used to upright, and so I had to, in order for us to play these songs, and I had to figure out what the bass notes were of these chords to tell him what to play. So I ended up teaching myself how to play bass that way. So it worked out. It was great, but it was an interesting situation.
Yeah, that's something that we kind of share in common, knowing that your dad does play music and my dad is a guitar player as well. I mean, he
Yeah,
did a lot of, the band thing when he was younger, but it never really stuck with him. It was kind of like the thing that he never got to be with the right people and, make it
yeah,
a thing. It was just always, back in his day, you had the people that took, drinking and drugs were more the priority during band practice than
yeah,
actually learning and playing music. When he was
yeah,
like, well, guys, we're here at band practice, we might as well start actually playing something.
yeah.
So but he taught me at an early age. I was a drummer at first in the school band, and then my dad put a guitar in my hand, and
Mm.
then you know he got me my first guitar, and then just like you said, learning a couple chords, and after that, just learning things from there. So then I started plateauing, and then like I started catching up with him, then started plateauing over him. Then before you knew it, I was teaching him stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really cool cycle, especially if you have it in your family. Not everybody does, but it's really cool.
Exactly.
It's really cool to connect that way to your family. And just like a little message for anybody young out there listening and trying to get into this. It's okay to have fun, but the thing is, everybody that saw it originally, they saw a band that blew
Hmm.
up, and then they had their fun, and they're watching, and they're like, "Oh, that's awesome! I really want to do that." You got to put the work in. You have to
Yeah,
put all the work in
absolutely.
order to get there, in order to achieve your passion and your dreams, and to go out there and help the world and be happy and everything, and you can have a little fun, celebrate here and there, but
Yeah,
it's not all about that. But
definitely. Being a musician is rewarding, but it takes a while to get that appreciation to come back to you.
yeah,
You're
man.
you're
Yeah,
you're constantly putting out stuff for little return until
yeah,
you hit that right place right time thing, and you
yeah,
you always think you're getting there, and then you get knocked down about 10 paces, then you get back up, then you get knocked back down, and then that one time it just takes that one song, that one person that's seen you out in the audience, and we're still waiting for
yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared to fail ever. Don't
Exactly.
be scared to mess up, and want to work hard and enjoy yourself at it, and just hope for the best and just drive forward full steam.
So,
But
a last question for you, and then I'll
yes.
get you to do one more song to end out the night. What are some of your influences that you had growing up that kind of made you continue to and be inspired to write music and play out and everything?
Um, Music definitely. I mean, my dad had a big thing to do with it, just kind of watching him play, and then me being able to kind of figure it out a little bit. I I grew a passion for it and a drive for it. Um, but mainly, honestly, life. I've hit many dark patches over time, as I know many other people have, and it's just everybody hits it a different way. But
Right.
uh, being able to figure out how to write and like I mentioned earlier, kind of getting weight off my shoulders of things that I was holding on to for too long, and grudges and
Hmm.
bad scenarios, and growing from it. I wrote about them, and it helped me really let it go in a sense. I mean, I remember it in a special way because it's built me into who I am, and it's built character and wisdom and all that. But at the same time, it really helped me grow and evolve and move forward. So yeah, life is probably the biggest inspiration for me.
Were there any like specific bands that you had growing up that you were always, like, yeah, I want either bands are like, oh, I want to be like them, or like just influences from bands that made you help write your songs the way you do?
Yeah, yeah. First favorite band ever was Oasis.
Mm.
For some reason, I just clicked with them, and I don't know. It was like a modern day version of the Beatles in a sense. It was them and Damien Rice. Damien Rice for the songwriting side of things, and his voice was just amazing to me. It was a completely different at the time. It was a completely different like environment and atmosphere that I
Right.
hadn't tried myself. So I would force myself to try to be able to sing like him,
Uh-huh.
which helped my voice grow. It sounded terrible when I was trying to get there. So I'm thankful most people didn't hear that. But um, yeah, those two really got me going. Um, and later on, we got the Beatles. I'm obsessed with Bowie,
Uh-huh.
Radiohead, Foo Fighters, Coldplay, Pearl Jam, Bon Iver. I don't know. I'm all over the map now.
And I think especially you and me, we're still coming from that generation that is in between that cycle of like, still appreciating the 60s, 70s
Yeah,
music and
yeah,
then appreciating today. I think a lot
yeah,
of people that are out there, that are younger than us, they don't necessarily still know a lot of the uh, people that were influenced now by the people that, back in like the 60s, like the Beatles, the Stones, and all those guys that, made music for inspiring people that write music today. So
yeah, yeah. And
it's cool to have those similarities.
absolutely. And like a big thing of back then that I always like to harness in on. Those bands didn't have all the distractions that we have today, and they really put the work into the songs
Yeah.
and pushed themselves further than they could see imaginable, and came up with some amazing stuff. It's gotten a little lazy, I will say, in my own opinion. The last decade or two, it's gotten a little lazy, and I hope it ramps up again. I hope people start really putting the work in.
Yeah. Hopefully once we get past COVIDville, a lot of things will start ramping up again.
Yeah, yeah, man.
So I see our Twitch friends are very heavily interested tonight. They want to hear some Oasis. So if you would want, how about you end the night with a little bit of Oasis?
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see. I'll probably let's see what I'll roll with. Yeah, we'll just do this one. This is one of my favorites. It's a crowd favorite as well. It's not Wonderwall. Um,
There, the Twitch Tom from Twitch. I think he's saying some might say if you can play it.
oof.
I'm not sure if you have that in your
Might
repertoire.
say, I would have to run and grab my iPad if I'm doing it. Which could take 30 seconds. If we have 30 seconds, I can run and do it.
We have enough time for anything. There's no certain amount of
All right.
time that we have to go at
I'm
here,
going to
so feel
run and
free.
grab it. I'll
All
be
right.
right back. And we're
All
going
right.
to wing it on the spot, and we're going to have fun with it.
Okay.
So I'm down for the challenge.
All right. So we're gonna get to some Oasis here in a little bit. While Tom is, searching for his lyrics, we will be. Just want to tell you guys, thank you all for being here tonight. If you guys are watching for the first time, this is my bi-weekly music live stream show called Table Talk, and I do this every other Thursday, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time in the PM. So thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. So we got Tom here who's going to end out the night with a little bit of Oasis. And again, I'll put up his handles here. So we got, you guys can follow Tom Curtis, our special guest tonight, over on the Facebook at Curtis Jr. Official and on Instagram at curtisjr.music. So make sure to give him a follow. And believe he said in the beginning of the night that he is on Spotify as well. So make sure you guys find him. It's Curtis Jr., I assume, on Spotify.
Yes. Yep. Curtis
So
Jr.
make sure you guys look up Curtis Jr. on Spotify as well. Give him a follow.
All right. I think we can do this.
All right.
I think I can. I think I can. I
think I can.
I probably haven't tried covering this in 15 years. So we're just gonna do it. And who requested this? Tom.
Tom from Twitch. We got
Twitch.
Tom. Sorry if I'm gonna botch this name. Chalmers. Sorry, Tom, if I botched your last name, but we got Tom from Twitch. So this is for Tom. Bye, Tom.
All right, yeah, we're gonna do this. Let's do this, Tom. Here we go. Let's sip. Cheers. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you, Anthony. And let's do this. Some Oasis.
Let's go.
Some might say sunshine follows thunder. Go and tell it to the man who cannot shine. Some might say we should never ponder on our thoughts today, 'cause they hold sway over time. Some might say we will find a brighter day. Some might say we will find a brighter day. 'Cause I've been standing at the station in need of education in the rain. Make no preparation for our reputation once again. The sink is full of fishes. She got dirty dishes on the brain. It's all a flow gently. It's all elementary, my friend. Some might say, follow the Father. Go and tell it to the man I shine. Some might say, we should never ponder on the thoughts that they once time. Some might say we will find a brighter day. Some might say we will find a brighter day. I've been standing at the station in communication in the rain. You made no preparation for our reputation once again. The sink is full of fishes. She's got dirty dishes in the brain. something like that.
There you go.
As I was getting halfway through it, I realized they didn't include the second verse in there for me. It was one of those tabs.
Right.
So,
hey, you did good for not doing it for the last like 10, 15 years.
Thanks, man. It was fun. It was fun.
I had a blast tonight, Tom. Thank you for
Dude,
being
so
here.
did I, man. Thank you so much.
It's been fun. Thank you all for watching the second episode of Table Talk here. Tom, I hope we can do this again very soon. Thank you guys for being here. This has been Table Talk, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Have a great night, guys.
Peace, guys.